Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm Martin, and oh my god, the Leviathan raid. Me and my team have been up very late into the early hours of the morning. We finished the raid at about 4, maybe 5 AM, so it took us about 10 hours or so to complete the raid, which isn't relatively too bad compared to past raids, so I'm pretty happy that we managed to do that. Sometimes even completing it in the first day can be a bit of a challenge, so I'm just glad that we managed to knock it out in the time that we did. And if you can't tell right now, I'm a little bit more than dead. I'm so ready to just go pass out, but before I do that, I wanted to make a video going over the loot that me and my team got on our first run. So starting with our first main chest, I don't think this chest is supposed to actually give anything major, but we did get the Calluses selected shader, and this shader is gorgeous, as you'll see later on in the video. And we also got some Emperor Callus tokens, which you get from every single chest and loot drop throughout the raid. Those go towards purchasing another piece of raid gear, which I'll get to also a little bit later on in the video. Then for my next main drop, I picked up the SMG Mob Justice. So here's just a quick look at this weapon going over the perks. We have Fluted Barrel, greatly increases handling speed, slightly increases stability. Full Bore, greatly increases range, decreases stability, slightly decreases handling speed. And Chambered Compensator, increases stability, moderately controls recoil, slightly decreases handling speed. Then we have Pulse Monitor, auto reloads part of the magazine when wielder is critically wounded, or you have another choice of Ambitious Assassin, overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. And then the last main perk here is Moving Target, increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sight. Then next up, for beating the final boss of the raid, I picked up the Titan Mark Shadow's Mark, which personally I'm not too much of a fan of, although maybe it's just because of the shader and my current armor set. Maybe once I get the full raid set it might look better, but as it stands right now I'm not too much of a fan of it, to be honest. But there you go, that dropped at 300 defense. If you return to the tower and head back to near where Ikora Ray and Hawthorne are positioned, if you go down this set of stairs, this is sort of basement with a sweeper bot in there, and that bot is now actually going to be an NPC, and so this is sort of our vendor for the Leviathan raid. So if you go to them, they'll have some quest items for you to pick up and to turn in, and here is where you can turn in those Emperor Callus tokens in exchange for reputation rank ups. And from doing this, I received the Titan Helmet Mask of Rull. Here's a quick look at the helmet. I really like the design of this. It looks so cool. I cannot wait to get the full set. Now you can also gain an extra piece of loot if you're in a clan. If you head back up to Hawthorne, she will have an engram waiting for you for your first raid completion of the week. And from doing this, I received the Raid Auto Rifle Ghost Primus. Now when you do this, the item that you get does drop at 10 power level, so you will need to infuse something into it. But there you go, that is how you get an extra piece of loot. So here's a look at the auto rifle. It comes with Arrowhead Break, greatly controls recoil, increases handling speed. Corkscrew Rifling, slightly increases range and stability, slightly increases handling speed. And Fluted Barrel, greatly increases handling speed, slightly increases stability. Then we have the trait perks, High Impact Reserves, rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage, or you can have Ambitious Assassin, overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills before reloading. And then the final main perk, Under Pressure, improves stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower. So that is all the loot that I got, but let's take a look at the loot that the rest of my team got. So starting off here, for example, Bife actually received the raid sword. It's called It Stared Back, and my god, this thing looks gorgeous. I love it. I know some of you may find the design of this weapon looking a little bit weird, but I really like it. It's definitely a unique looking sword, and possibly one of the best if we take a look at the perks. So we have the two standard sword perks here, Jagged Edge, increased damage at the cost of sword armor, and Enduring Guard. Sword Guard has high efficiency and low defense, but then we have the two unique perks, Whirlwind Blade, consecutive rapid sword strikes increase this weapon's damage output, and Relentless Strikes. Landing 3 strikes within a short time grants sword armor. So this thing might actually be great for just rapidly slicing up groups of enemies, and possibly the best sword in the game since there isn't really too much variety between the rest of the swords. Then here we have the rocket launcher, Sins of the Past. This thing has smart drift control, moderately controls recoil, increases stability, increases handling speed, slightly increases projectile speed. Then we have Cluster Bomb, rockets spawn cluster bombs upon detonation, and auto-loading holster. The holstered weapon is automatically reloaded after a short period of time, so pretty much the same perk that was on the King's Fall raid weapons. Then we have another weapon here. This is the scout rifle called Conspirator. This thing, my god, all these weapons just look gorgeous, honestly. I know I say it in probably every single time a new raid comes out, but these might be some of the best looking raid weapons and armor so far. So this thing comes with small bore, increased range, increases stability, full auto trigger system. Holding down the trigger will fire this weapon at full auto. And then lastly, Dragonfly. Precision kills create an elemental damage explosion. As for some of the armor here, we have the chest piece, Vest of the Ace Defiance. This is the Hunter chest piece. Then we also have the Hunter gauntlets to go with that, Grips of the Ace Defiance. And then last up here we have some Warlock gear, so we have the helmet, Mask of the Fulminator, and then we also have the gauntlets, Wraps of the Fulminator. So that is a look at the raid loot from my team's first run of the Leviathan raid. Now it's also worth noting that legendary engrams that drop from chests actually drop at a higher level than engrams that would drop from just killing enemies. I had an engram that was around 295, whereas the rest of my regular legendary engrams were around 285. Anyway, I'll have more videos on the way soon, so do stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna go pass out now. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.